Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a quick, short video, but I wanted to show you what I did to alleviate some of the heat issues in my Pioneer 700. So something that a lot of people complain about is the amount of heat that comes from under the seat. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, show you what I'm talking about, and kind of how I fix it. All right, so I've already got my seat off. I actually kind of did three things collectively to try to alleviate this. Kind of stepped through them till I got to the end product of quite a bit of heat resistance. I will tell you, when you're riding, if you put your hand down here, there is a ton of heat coming off the front of that plastic. So if your legs are down there, you feel the heat radiating up. Back here where you put your the seatbelt buckles in, there is a ton of heat, almost so much that you can't even put your hand back there. It feels like it's actually going to burn you. So if you got, little kids, or it's really hot out, it can be, can affect the quality of your ride. So as you can see, I've already got this down here. This was kind of the this was step two. Step one was I put this rubber. I pulled this portion, the back portion of the seat off, or loosened it up, I should say. I didn't pull it completely off, but I put a piece of rubber, and you can see here it's pretty thin. It's the stuff that I think they actually put it down in like semi-truck beds for like scratch cushion or something like that. I actually found it at a warehouse, but I had a couple rolls of it, so I used that, and that actually blocked a lot of the heat that was coming up the backside, but I was still getting the heat coming here and through the seatbelt area here, because obviously I couldn't, without tearing the whole thing apart and cutting slits and putting it back through, and then if you'd had to do any work trying to fold that up would have been a real pain in the butt. So I just cut it out. But that was step one. I will say I had to cut a hole here for the lower seat cushion to go through. The pin over here still works fine, no issues there. But these, I just roll them up out of the way when I need to get them out. Just kind of, or get down in there, I just kind of push them, stuff them up in like that, and then I've got access to change oil, or if I check the oil, or I want to see what's going on in the engine bay, I can do that real easy. So for the second step, what I did is I bought this stuff, and I think I got it at Lowe's, but it's a sticky back, like aluminum foil faced heat retention material. And on the back side, it's got like a sticky, here's a spot that's kind of, you can see it. It's kind of got like a foam material. I put that on the center because a lot of the heat was coming out of the center then. So I put that on there to try dampening it down. Obviously, I didn't trim real clean up here. I had it folded over and I didn't like it, so I kind of hacked it with a knife real quick and cleaned it up. You can't really see it when the seat's on, so I don't really care, but that was step two. That actually helped a lot for the center. Step three, though, went a little more in depth. As you can see, I lined the whole bottom side there of the underside firewall where your feet go. I lined it all the way across there. So basically what I did is I took this piece, it goes over to there. I took that piece completely out, and then I popped all the plastic clips that go all the way around the top of this, and there's a couple screws, so I could pull this piece forward. This piece kind of pulled it out. I didn't take them completely loose, I just pulled them out. I think I cut it in three sections. I went from like right up against the fuel tank over there back to, let's see if I can see it. It goes from way over there to this piece of metal here, this tube steel, and then from there over to that little section, and then under there, this section is actually right here in this triangle. So it actually, I just went for a long ride for about, I don't know, 8 or 10 miles with my kid, and the heat was way less. So you're still going to get some heat. I mean, the freaking muffler, or the exhaust manifold is right there. You're going to get heat. There's things you can do, wrap the exhaust muffler, or the exhaust and the manifold in that heat tape. I was kind of kicking that idea around, but I haven't got to it yet, so this was my alternative. But this stuff actually worked pretty well. something that I know a lot of people were saying on the one forum that I'm in is that you got to be careful because some of that stuff, the backing can melt, drips down, gets on the exhaust, and ultimately can cause a fire. I actually did a little test on it, and I lit it on fire. Like, I actually put it straight to flame, and it charred. It did not melt. So I'm hopeful that this will not cause an issue, but I'm going to keep an eye on it just in case next month or two and see how it does. But I did take it for that long ride and didn't have any issues. But like I said, this stuff worked pretty well. So hopefully this helps somebody out if you're having heat issues. And if you want to see a video on how I installed or how I put this rubber in there, let me know. I can do a quick video on that. But yeah, I still got more stuff, more that I'm working on. This is a project going on right now, putting my switches in here. So I'll have another video up on that shortly. So all right, guys, hope this helps.